Is it me or is LeBron James simply just going to go down as the most hated player, the biggest villain in NBA history? It's like people love to hate him no matter what he does. One of the things that he's coming under scrutiny about is dunking at an AAU game in the warm up lines with his son. People are saying that he's taking away shine from his son. He's making things uncomfortable for his son. They're also highlighting the fact that LeBron James said he regrets giving his son his name, making him a junior. That put so much pressure on him. So they're piggybacking off his comments in his Undisputed interview, and now they're making it a big deal about how he's approaching his going to his son's AAU game. One of the games that he went to actually had to get canceled due to the fact that there wasn't enough seating due to his presence. And it's basically a crock of shit, basically, and it's a vendetta against him because the thing about LeBron James is if he goes to the game, sits down and be quiet, and doesn't talk to anybody or doesn't engage the fans or the crowd, they'll say that he's stuck up. They say that he should have signed some autographs. They'll say that he's not empowering his son enough by supporting him the right way. If he goes in a layup line and dunks the basketball a couple times, they'll say that he's stealing the show from his son. He's doing too much. He's hurting his son's legacy. He's making it hard for his son to play basketball. But at the end of the day, it's his son. It's his son's AAU team. I'm pretty sure LeBron James has contributed funds for his son to go play on the team, and he's contributed things for the entire team, from the coaching staff to the players to gym equipment to paying for gym time for the team to practice. So, as a parent, he can, to me, in my opinion, he can shoot a basketball, go on a layup line or whatever the case is. I know a lot of parents don't do that, but I've been to many games, high school games, to AAU games where some parents, you might see him on the court shooting a little bit. You might not see him in a layup line, but you guys have to understand that it's a different circumstance with LeBron James. Like, he could go on a layup line. That's like telling Tiger Woods, because you don't have a tee time here, we won't accommodate you to hit one golf ball or to use the driving range really quick. That's like telling a NASCAR driver, Mario Andretti, I'm just throwing out a name, hey, we have our raceway here. It's not as big as the Indy 500, but hey, if you want to take one lap for shits and giggles, we won't accommodate you. Like, really? That's like a small gym. Anybody could pick up a basketball and throw up a shot real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing. If LeBron James dunked before the game started, he's showing up his son. He dunks after the game has started. Well, why didn't he dunk before the game started? Why didn't he show that where everybody else is there? It's always something with him, and he comes under scrutiny for everything. Like, you think, for example, this is the key thing that's killing me. You think because LeBron James was there, that's disrupting everything? CP3's coming to the games. Quavo's coming to the games. That's not disrupting anything, guys. Another thing on top of that is, you don't think LeBron James' son is used to the pressure? Like, think about this. All these basketball kids, from Ray Allen's son to Michael Jordan's son. Michael Jordan's sons faced a lot of scrutiny. One of them basically never made the league. You have Bronny James. He's been watching this phenomenon of his dad ever since he came into the league. So his entire life, this is all he knows. So you don't think he's used to his dad dunking a basketball here and there? That's like free. That's like you having a drunk uncle at a cookout and you're still not used to him getting drunk. Like, you know what's gonna happen when he gets to that cookout. You know he's gonna turn up. You know he's gonna dance. You know he's gonna crack jokes. Like, these are things that LeBron James' son already anticipates. It's not that big of a deal. It's not like his dad is coming on the court and cussing out the referee. Even the biggest thing that he's ever done at all these AAU games is essentially get into an argument with a mom. He hasn't disrupted anything with the game, disrupted the flow. He goes into the huddle, whatever the case is, from time to time. But that's because he's LeBron James. Like, guys gotta understand, when you're a virtuoso of what you do, you get like backstage passes. It's like when a rapper goes to a concert, he might not, and it's not his concert. Like, for example, let's just say Jay-Z was at a Bun B concert. Jay-Z ain't gonna be sitting in the back. Wemby might have him on stage. Like, that's just point blank period. It is what it is going to happen. I think he's getting over scrutinized with this. Like, this is way too much. And then another thing that people, for some reason, it's like sacrilegious for you to like LeBron James and like the Los Angeles Lakers at the same time. It's either one or the other, because there are so many people, so many articles coming out that this is not going to work in LA. This is too much. The team is not good enough. And I'm thinking to myself, like, if LeBron James was able to take the Cleveland Cavaliers, who won 35 games, the first time when LeBron came back, they had barely won 35 games. If he's able to take that team to the NBA Finals, this team has won 35 games. And they have a better roster than what Cleveland had at that time. You telling me that they can't make the playoffs? They're going to make the playoffs, guys. So this whole notion about it's not going to work and there's so many talented teams in the West. Like, I understand that the West is a rougher climb to the top. But still, you have the best player in the game that could win you possibly 10 to 20 games just by himself. If the team was able to win 30 games before he could win 10 to 20 games by himself, what makes you think this is not going to work? You know, there's a shine. He outshines people. He hurts people's games, which I tend to agree at certain aspects. But at the end of the day, basketball is basketball. It's played the same way around the world. Like, you know what I'm saying? 5-on-5. So this idea that, you know, it's not about basketball. Critics are saying that he's opening up schools. He has movie deals. He's not thinking about basketball. He's just 33 years old. I remember when Michael Jordan was 33 years old, he still won 3 more titles after 33. So, like, you know, like, I think LeBron James can handle it. I think the fact that he hasn't had an injury yet, that he's well conscious about his health, he's built like a freaking 21-year-old kid, basically, the way that he takes care of his body. And his approach to the game, he's not going to fall flat on his face coming to LA. And then you got to remember, next season, still could get Kawhi. Still could get Klay Thompson. You know what? Anything is possible, honestly speaking. If the Warriors feel like they've three-peated, everything is good, or they don't win and Durant's fed up, or, you know, they want to break up that team, Kevin Durant can come to LA. Like, Kevin Durant went to the Golden State Warriors, so what makes you think he won't never go to LA? You know, even though common sense say don't go, but this is the thing you got to understand. Don't underestimate LeBron James. Like Rudy Tomjanovich said, don't underestimate the heart of a champion. Don't underestimate LeBron James. He has the propensity to pull a rabbit out of the hat. Game 7 NBA Finals, they were down 3-1. Even though he pulled a stunt and snitched on Draymond Green, he still pulled that stunt and pulled a rabbit out of the hat. They win that championship. 2015, he took that Cavs team minus Kyrie, minus Kevin Love in the finals. They had a 2-1 lead. He almost won a championship without 2 of his best players. So that one in itself is incredible. Like, really just don't underestimate people. Don't overestimate people. Like, for example, some people overestimated Kevin Durant and the decisions he would make going down the stretch. And he proved us all wrong when he went to Golden State. Well, he didn't prove me wrong because I didn't overestimate. I didn't think like, oh, he was like an old school guy. I'm gonna, you know, I didn't think of nothing like that. But at the end of the day, don't underestimate the Los Angeles Lakers. Don't underestimate LeBron James. LeBron James is considered one of the best, or, you know, the best player in the game, or one of the best players of all time for a reason. The Lakers organization is considered one of the best organizations of all time, probably the best organization of all time for a reason. Don't underestimate people. Don't underestimate companies that produce. Because when they produce again, it's not like it's this brand new story, like, oh my God, you know, to them it's just like DJ Khaled says, another one. Hoops Junction, where hoops meets hoopla.